into God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over. Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the messages, looking brighter. Already paid up the piper, my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
The air is filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams we must defend, and we know what we represent.
So we'll keep fighting till the end. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Sunday Morning Show, episode 2. I'm here with my guys, AK Eagles, Philly Halftime, and Cool Cat. Co-host of Cool Cat Mitch. Game day next Monday. How's
Stress-free
everyone
game
doing?
day, y'all. Stress-free game day in the city. Jalen Freakers!
All I gotta say is this, man. I get to watch football, not have to worry about the Eagles. I get to sit, relax. I'm live streaming the Red Zone.
And all I gotta say before I pass it to the other crew, to the 49er fans and the Dallas Cowboys, you street rat little boys, don't lose. Don't lose.
Right? Yeah. AK, you got something?
What's up?
Oh,
How's
okay.
it going?
Oh, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to interrupt the man. He was in a very important speech.
With the AK.
Thanks.
And of course, Mr. Pohl, aka Halftime.
Hey. Why is he gonna be Mr. Pohl, aka Halftime?
Right.
What the hell?
Talking about halftime, my bad. I'm all over the place. I'm not home, y'all. Jeez. Don't screw it, brother. I'm not home. I'm outside my city right now, shopping.
Bro, Mitch is the pole. Halftime's the hole.
Oh,
Wait a
God.
minute. Wait, what is going on here?
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, shit. What is going on here?
What the hell going on around here?
You know what? That went together perfectly. I just have to say.
Mitch, start the show. Mitch.
I am. So,
Mitch.
It's 10 a.m. somewhere, man.
yeah, it's 10:04 right now. But who's
No.
the MVP of Week 1? It could be a player, team, coach. Let's start. Oh, look, he decided to show up here.
I apologize.
Tyler, what is up, man? I thought you would still be sleeping.
I lost track of time. I apologize.
No, we just fucking started. All good, man. All good. But the first question is, Tyler, since you're here, I'm going to start with you. Who's the MVP of Week 1? It could be a player, coach, team.
I mean, for me, it's either Tua or Tyreek Hill. I don't know how you could. It's one of those two, and honestly, I don't think it's that there's much of a debate. I mean, the performance that both of them had against the Chargers was just absolutely next level stuff. And exactly what you expect from the best wide receiver in the league and one of the quarterbacks with one of the biggest chips on his shoulder in the league who has a lot to prove.
That is fair. AK.
Okay, man. I'm going to bring the house down with this one. Brian DeBall. Brian DeBall is my MVP. Okay? You want to know why? Because a lot of people sit here and they're like, why didn't you take DJ out? You know, they give him a lot of shit. He's $160 million quarterback. You're putting up 7 points before you step off my field. Like, I love that, man. Like, you get paid, you better fucking score a touchdown. That's my MVP. I know I'm just doing that to piss a lot of Giant fans off right now, by the way.
You were like the next question. But halftime. Who's your MVP?
I got Tua. I mean, like he's might become the MVP quarterback of the year if he does not get hurt. But the way he was throwing, he threw for like 465 yards. I mean, they had a great. It was an awesome game. Everybody knew it was going to be a high scoring game. Yeah, if Tua can stay healthy, I think he's going to be the MVP of the year.
Yep. All right. Cool Cat. Who's your MVP at week 1?
The Miami Dolphins, because they looked explosive. I mean, you had Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. If they keep that up, I mean, and they went toe to toe with what team they faced week 1?
Chargers.
See, they went toe to toe with the Dallas Cowboys LA team, the Los Angeles Chargers. So you gotta have to give them credit, man. They've been explosive, they've been dominant. Let's see how they do today, though. But it's the Miami Dolphins.
Right. And for me, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I can't believe I'm about to fucking say this.
Don't say it.
What am I gonna say?
Dallas
Don't
Cowboys.
say it.
You stole it away from me, AK.
I was gonna say it, bro, but because I'm an Eagle fan, I went with the ball take. But I was gonna say the defense is amazing.
The next question, you're gonna have to go with the Giants again.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay.
And okay, that's who I'm going with. 40-0.
Yeah.
It's
right.
only one time, y'all. So don't get too comfortable, you street rats. He only doing it one time.
And you know what, AK, I'm gonna start with you on this one.
Oh, jeez.
The biggest loser of week 1. It could be.
Can I start first?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this real simple. The New York Giants. New York Giants.
It could be a fan base.
Them too. It's the fan base. It's the fan base. It's the whole. Because think about this, Mitch. Did y'all see a video of the whole Giant fan base just walking out at halftime?
Yeah.
The biggest loser is the New York Giants fan base. Sorry, Mac.
I guess I'll go follow up on that one.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest loser is the other team in New York and
You
the New York
motherfucker.
Jets. After losing Aaron Rodgers in less than one drive, and you could just see from the crowd all the hope they had for this offseason just evaporated. It's like Thanos snapped his fingers and it just disappeared.
Oh wow!
All right, AK, you got one? Another one?
I got nothing. They were both taken. I was supposed to go first, but it reversed. So I got nothing. Everyone else did all right for me, I guess. I guess maybe you can throw the Texans in there, but no, they took my 2. Thanks a lot, Tyler, just showing up out of nowhere, man. Taking my stuff.
Yo, what's good, Tone?
What up, man? What's good with y'all? Sorry, I'm a little late, man. I've been having a busy morning, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And what's good, Tim?
Good morning.
Hey, I see you got the logo on this time.
I have the logo on this time.
Hey,
I took no end of grief for not being able to do it last week.
I was watching the video. I watched it. I'm like, oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. But actually, I want to go back to the first one for you, Tim. Tim, yeah, I'll start with you. Who's MVP of week 1? It could be a player, coach, or team.
Well, if you've listened to everybody in Wisconsin, Jordan Love has already won the damn thing after beating the worst team in the league. I would say that the Packers came out and had a good first week, as good as can be expected. But if I'm looking at a true MVP, I'm going to give it to Dak Prescott. Expectations were super high. He lived up to them, and they're on a roll.
Yeah. And Tone, how about you?
Man. I don't know, man. What about Bradford, man? Not I said Bradford. um, gosh, what is this thing?
Stafford.
Stafford. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, Stafford, man. Because without Cooper Kupp, you know what I'm saying, I was like, all right, I don't think they're gonna really have much going on. I really don't care for their running game. The running backs ain't that great. You got the one young guy who's trying to step up, and but I thought he did all right, man. Last year he didn't play so well, you know what I'm saying, and I thought he had a pretty decent first game.
All right. Tone, to stick with you, who's the biggest loser of week 1? It could be player, coach, team, fan base.
Who biggest loser? Biggest loser, man. Who could I go with for that one? Man, I'm going with Josh Allen, man. Come on, bro. You got to be better than that. Why you keep making the same mistakes over and over again and just playing reckless, hero ball? You know, he wants the big plays and things of that nature. And, you know, it's time out. Everybody want to keep hollering Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. But Buffalo ain't going nowhere unless he just cuts all that foolishness out, man. It's time out for that stuff, bro. You've been in the league long enough. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to surround him with talent. He got to be better at the quarterback position because I'm about to fade Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. All right, and him, your biggest loser week 1. It could be player, coach, team, fan base.
I'm going to say organization, and not for the reason everybody else is saying, but I'm going to pick the Jets because they were outplayed by Bill Belichick once again, who made that trade in the draft to jump ahead and take the offensive lineman they were going to take. So once again, he steps in and just rips their heart out.
Yeah, it's Belichick again. I agree with you on that. And actually, to stick with the Jets, who has more pressure this season, Zach Wilson or Robert Saleh? Let's start with halftime on this one.
Go with Zach Wilson. Got to go with Zach Wilson right now. I mean, if he's going to be the quarterback, and I think they're going to make a trade and they're going to go get somebody because nobody has faith in him. But I got him like maybe 26, and ranked maybe lower in quarterbacks. So there's going to be a lot of questions on him. So he has the most pressure because the Jets were supposed to go to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, you say what now?
Who has the more pressure this season, Zach Wilson or Robert Saleh?
Whew, man. Zach Wilson, man. Zach Wilson, man. This sucks, man. Like my man Hadton said, it sucks with Aaron Rodgers going down. That really hurt. They had it's like now you just gotta try to find or grab something to be excited about now because you don't have. I'm sure none of them players really believe in Zach Wilson, bro. I do. But what can you do when you out there and you in that position? You gotta accept it and just play and hope he come around. But yeah, man, Zach Wilson, man, that's a lot of pressure on him. Solid, I don't say not so much because he can't help Aaron Rodgers went down. We would have saw what happened if he had Aaron.
Tim.
I'm going to say Saleh because what's the first thing you need to do when you're building an offense, especially one around a 40-year-old player? You've got to get him an offensive line, and he did not do that. Rodgers in the three
True.
out of the 4 plays was running for his life. So I'm putting it on Salah. He's left him hanging out there. Now he's got Zach Wilson. I agree they're going to go and get somebody. I think they're going to try to go and get Kirk Cousins to bring him in. He knows the offense and can step in. The question then becomes, okay, you get Kirk Cousins. He plays decently through the year. Rodgers takes his ayahuasca magic drug and is actually ready by week 15, 16. What do you do then?
Good point.
Tyler.
So I'm going to echo the same sentiment there that I do think more of the pressure is on Robert Saleh, because I feel like that front office is already looking for Zach Wilson's replacement for the season. I do not think he's going to have too many more games as the starter, and as soon as they can, they're going to put him back on the bench, because he's proven last year, he's proven this year, he struggles behind this offense. While they did win that week 1 game, it was not pretty by any means necessary, and he struggled once again.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't think they'll do is I don't think they're going to go out to Kirk Cousins. I think they're going to do the route of free agency. They'll try to bring in a veteran. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to bring in Carson Wentz or Nick Foles. Maybe they'll try and chase after some of the other names as well, but I feel like those two I could possibly see being New York Jets. Main reason being
I'm not
is
sure
I
they're
think
upgrades.
they fit his scheme a little bit better.
I hope they stay away from Carson Wentz.
I know Carson Wentz has got a lot going on for him, and I don't think he's going to be high on their list, but I think it might get down to the point where it's like, well, he's the only one who hasn't said no yet, so might as well roll the dice.
All right. Cool Cat. Who has more
It's
questions?
gotta be Zach Wilson, because everybody and the mama praised that bad man Aaron Rodgers since day one. But now that he's gone, he gotta prove himself, because he's going up against them. I'm not going to say who. Cole's in the chat. They're going up against them. So you might need to step up your game. Robert Saleh, he'll probably be fired after this year if he don't play well. But you're replacing Aaron Rodgers. That's hard to do in this league, replacing a guy like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look at Jordan Love. He got to do the exact same thing. So if I have to choose somebody, it gotta be Zach Wilson. Because on CBS, on a primetime slot versus that team, you're going to have to dominate and prove your worth. So I'm choosing Zach Wilson.
All right. AK. Actually, curious about your answer on this.
Well, I'm going to go with Robert as well. Not only because of what Tim said at the bottom there about the O-line, but, here's the thing. Zach Wilson was not slated to play at all this year. Everyone kind of knew that the moment Aaron Rodgers was traded. So, in all honesty, there's no pressure on Zach Wilson whatsoever. Like, he's just the fill-in guy now. The pressure was on Saleh and remains on Saleh the moment he got Aaron Rodgers, because the aspirations went skyrocketing. So the pressure has always been on Robert. He made this call. He got Aaron Rodgers, well, he didn't get him injured, but that O-line got him injured. Now it's on him to make this team work for the next 17 weeks.
Yeah. For me, I got to go with Zach Wilson just for the fact that he's got more weapons now just around him. And
who's he playing against, Mitch?
Them.
There you go.
He's playing against them. So, hey, if he does better than the Giants, that's better in my book. And maybe they can get this win, but with the weapons that he got around him, I feel like it's his time. And we got a big injury to talk about. Austin Eckler is not playing. He is out. So how do you guys feel about Joshua Kelly starting versus the Titans? And let's go with Tyler. Let's go with you.
Honestly, while losing Austin Eckler is a big blow, the Titans defense just has not shown me too much to make me extremely worried. I think he'll do fine, but it's in the future that they may, if they lose Austin Eckler again down the line, that's when it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle. It's just this Titans defense, I don't think is as good as it was years past.
Okay. All right. We'll go with Tim.
You know, I agree. I think this is a long-term issue rather than today. They can make it past today. Every NFL team is going to have an injury, significant one for a game or two. It's just the way the NFL is. But I don't think they'll have trouble with getting past the Titans today.
All right. Cool Cat.
Yeah, I'm not really worried at all because the Titans are not really that good of a team. So it's how long is he out for, Mitch?
I know he's not playing this game. Is he out for the next week too? I'm not sure.
If he's out for if he's out for this game and not the next game, it'll be easy for him to just rest up. Besides, it's the Tennessee Titans. Since they lost AJ Brown, I think they haven't been looking so good anyway. So it's not really that big of a deal. Now, if he's gone next week, then we'll talk. But right now, just lay back, relax, and just enjoy this butt whooping that you'll receive, that you'll give to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and by the way, the Chargers are against the Vikings next week, so that's another L for the Vikings.
There you go.
Tone. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, me?
No, it was me. I was muted.
I thought it was me.
Speak.
Nick, I'll be right back. I gotta pop in and out real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, good.
The Titans, man, they're going to be they're tough to run on anyway. I honestly see this is going to be a game where I think the Chargers are going to try to air it out. I see Allen and Mike Williams probably have a good day. So with Eckler out, I think they're going to go to the air more. Kelly could be a little sneaky, you know what I mean? Do a little something here and there, try to keep them honest, but Titans is tough to run against anyway. So unless they playing us, you know, there's a different story.
Right.
But other than that, they tough to run against, so I don't think it's going to even really matter. I think they go into the air.
Yeah. Halftime.
I mean, is it a shock that Austin Eckler's out? Every year he's out. He's out for at least 6 games. He's always out. I mean, that's why they don't redo his contract. He wants a new contract, but that's why they don't renew his contract.
Yeah.
He misses a lot of games. I mean, is he a great running back? Yes. But he misses a lot of games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might have to move on from him anyway. So, at least you get to find out what you got with Kelly. Because Eckler is not – he's always hurt. He's never going to be there for the big game that you need him there for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. AK, what's up, further? But AK.
Well, listen, man. Any dude with the name Josh, I'm gonna have to support because you know we all got to represent one another. So, you know, in all honesty, man, I'm agreeing with you guys. Austin Eckler is kind of starting to give me Avonte Maddox vibes. You know, they're injured every year for you know a certain amount of games, and they're phenomenal athletes. They're great talents, but we need you on the field. And you know, I don't know much about Josh Kelly, but I do know Sean McVay is, or not Sean McVay. I do know that the Chargers have a pretty stout run game, you know, and they'll be fine over there. I haven't really seen a Charger guy not work in a while, so you know their offensive line's pretty decent. They'll make it work, but for the long term, I got to see them play a couple of games before I can say if they're going to be okay or not. So I really don't know much about them.
Hey, the wide receiver for the Titans just got hurt. He's out for the game too, ain't he?
Who?
And they made that trade for in Arizona. What's his name?
D-Hop?
Injured?
Yeah, D-Hop's injured.
What? When did
Wait,
that happen?
Listen, you see, it doesn't really matter because they still have Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball, so it never matters with a wide
And we
receiver.
But I'm just saying, I think he's injured.
Yeah, Hopkins is questionable. And also their left guard, Peter Soronsky.
I think Hopkins got a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
boy.
There's safety Hooker is out, and also Fulton.
And Hooker's out. Oh,
Right
goodness.
cornerback Christian Fulton is out, and also the backup Caleb
Whoa.
Farley is out.
So, AM, how do you feel the fact that Austin Eckler is out for the Chargers? How do you feel with Joshua Kelly starting against the Titans?
I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think that they're more pass dominating team anyway. And Joshua probably used more in the passing than in the run. And like AK said, they have a great offensive line. They just got to make sure that Justin Herbert's healthy this whole year.
Right. So, for me,
That's a great question, Almighty. That is a great question because I like both of them. Tyler's going to get his yards because him and Bijan's going to split, but Jones is out today, which means A.J. Dillon.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with AJ on that one because, Green Bay does like the run, but so the hell does the Falcons. I don't know, man. Good luck, whoever you choose.
Joey Bose is out, also their linebacker, and Eric Kendricks is out, linebacker for the Chargers. So wow, oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting game. It isn't at the Titans Stadium, correct?
I believe Titans are home today, correct?
Wait, Joey's out? Bose is out?
Bose is out. Bose
Oh, I'm
is out,
giving this to Tennessee then. I'm sorry.
and Eric Kendricks. They have 2 linebackers out.
So, for me, when it comes to Austin Eckler, I'm not too worried about it. It just comes to the fact that Justin Herbert and the wide receivers are on point today.
Yes.
If they're on point against the Titans, they should be fine. So, that's all I got to go with. And
Yeah, so
Tyler,
this is an interesting side to think about here real quick. I just want to bring up a good point I just thought of real quick. So, Tennessee, they got Derrick Henry, awesome running back, and now the Chargers with those linebackers out with Bosa and Kendricks, that's going to create huge hole problems for the Chargers defense. Tennessee's going to rake up some points there. But if you also look at the Titans defense, they're missing a safety and a cornerback. And so you already know they're going to be picking on that because the Chargers got Herbert. They're going to be picking down those missing key spots. So this is going to be a very interesting offensive game.
Yeah.
And which side comes out chess-wise. It's almost like a chess game. And who's going to be able to pick out what positions on the defensive side and come out dominant with the most points on offense. That's who's going to win this game.
So, really quick before we go to the next one, Tyler, I know how much you love Ryan Tannehill. So, he's your favorite player, right?
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. Yep, totally. 1 bajillion%.
All right. So, Cool Cat's back. But for this next one, Tim, I'm actually going to start with you on this one. Aaron Jones is out. How do you feel with A.J. Dillon playing against the Falcons?
Not great. I mean, the problem with Dillon, he tries to run like Aaron Jones, and that's not his style. He's got to be going like Earl Campbell, up and down, north and south, get in those gaps between the guard and the center and move. And he hasn't looked great going back to last year. So I'm concerned about it. This is really an audition because if I'm the Packers, I'm doing whatever I can to get a hold of the Colts and finish that deal with A.J. Dillon to bring Jonathan Taylor up north. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see it.
Oh, wow. All right. Cool Cat. How do you think the Packers would do with A.J. Dillon against the Falcons?
Gonna have to be better than what he used to play because, in the words of a guy that I sat next to on Thursday Night Football, run the ball, run the ball.
Exactly.
He got said now multiple times when I sat next to him on Thursday Night Football at the Links. Run the ball, hey, run the ball. So if run the ball, do what you gotta do. and just play some football.
Yep. Tone, how do you feel about AJ Dillon playing?
Like he said, everybody's pretty much, man. I hate to beat the horse, man, but look, bro. Pause on that. He's not Aaron. He's not Aaron Jones, man. He can't move and maneuver like Aaron Jones. I mean, he's gonna probably be good down there in that short yardage. Like you said, he got to go north and south. One cut downhill type back. You can't. He's not Aaron Jones. But I do believe he might be a sneaky pick today for somebody fantasy wise. He might get about 3 touchdowns. They get down there close. So
I got him in one of my leagues. I got him.
Yeah.
Watch out for this kid Wilson, who's going to be off the practice squad and playing today. He had a great preseason. Granted, it was against the 3s and 4s, but he looked very good. Taylor looked okay late in the game last week, but they're going to miss Jones if this is a significant injury.
Yep. Okay. All right, let's go with halftime.
It depends on Green Bay's offensive line. Can they make the holes big enough for him?
Pause.
Pause.
That's a pretty big pause there, friend.
Oh, there you All right.
Come on.
It's better than him saying, hey, Mitch, it's better than him talking about a pole.
They got to make a hole big enough for him so he can get going. I think he can do good. I really do. I think he can get about. I don't know if he can make 100 yards, but I would like to see it. As long as their Green Bay's offensive line gives him the opening that he needs.
Yeah, I agree.
And it depends on the offensive line right now.
Yep. AK.
Man, listen, I love AJ Dillon as a backup, man. I do. He is a monster. I mean, if you look at this guy's legs, holy crap. I mean, they're almost the size of Saquon's. He is a mammoth when it comes to running the football. A lot of power. And he's quite fast for how big he is, too. I think AJ will do just fine in this game, man. I do like Atlanta's defense. I watched their game last week. Jesse Bates definitely brought some energy to that defensive backfield. They did look good, but Dillon is a monster, man. It's going to be very hard on Atlanta today. Their offensive line will do just fine, and I expect them to have a big game. So,
AM.
So I'm looking at the Falcons depth chart on defense, and I see Troy Anderson, linebacker. He's out. Okuda's out, or should I say questionable cornerback. So pretty much full defense for the Falcons today. I think AJ Dillon will do fine. Yeah, Falcons don't have the greatest of defense anymore like they used to. Then it's a test. Just like the first guy said on here, I believe, it's a test, and this is the game to see if he's got what it has that he used to bring stats onto the table back in between 2021, 2022 when he was averaging, over 4 yards. And I think 2020, I think it was over 5. So let's see if we can get that AJ Dillon back up and running again.
Yeah. Tyler.
So while I have zero belief that AJ Dillon will do as great of a job as Aaron Jones, I still think he is one of the best backups you can have in the NFL currently. I think he'll have a good enough performance to at least keep the game competitive, but I just don't think it's going to have the same impact of having Aaron Jones out there.
Yeah. And hopefully, for me, it's just I like Dillon. I like Aaron Jones a lot. But with Dillon out there, I think he can still get the job done. But I feel like with Jordan Love, you're still going to get like Romy with Dobbs out there, I feel like they're going to get more touches as well. So I got to start him in fantasy. I forgot. They will pass the ball a lot more. That's exactly what I've been saying. What I've been saying on that. So actually, I want to start with halftime on this. How do you feel about games exclusively on Prime or Peacock? Because me and you were talking about this the other day.
It sucks. I gotta go buy freaking Peacock. I gotta go buy Prime to watch some of these games. Like, come on. What is going on here? With all and now Apple's involved and freaking there's just too much shit going on where you got to keep on buying different stuff to watch games, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It really does. It really kind of sucks that it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about it, so.
Yeah, you actually bought the Peacock.
Yes, I did.
AK.
Well, dude, I've always owned Prime and I've always owned Peacock because, you know, having Amazon Prime's pretty sweet. And Peacock is around for a while and they have some pretty good stuff on it. But I am a firm believer that we shouldn't have to pay extra to watch football. You know, we already spend a ridiculous amount of money on merchandise. We spend a ridiculous amount of money on tickets every year and just so many things, man. Like, now we got to buy special exclusive packages to buy and watch football. Whatever, man. You know, I guess I'll do what I got to do because I love football that much to watch it. But it is kind of bullshit. You know, it's more becoming a monopoly now than anything, you know. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Tyler.
While I definitely understand the sentiment of making football more accessible, I also have to look at it from the business point as well for the NFL, especially when you have this happening to other sports as well. You look at baseball with them starting to stream to MLB exclusively for some games as well. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually you get more companies like Peacock trying to reach out and try to get more games to be exclusively streamed on their platform. While as a fan, it is very frustrating to have to deal with it because now you have to go and subscribe to these other streaming services just this way you can watch your favorite team play. From a business standpoint, it is great for the NFL. More money, more ways to reach out to potential more audiences, help expand, because I know they're trying to do more overseas stuff. So maybe we can eventually get some more overseas players coming in to expand it worldwide. So as long as this is bringing in enough revenue that eventually we can make football more of a world game and possibly see some sort of resurgence or maybe some expansion into outside of the U.S., I am for it. But if it's just because of corporate greed, they have no plans on doing anything to advance the game of football outside of the U.S., then it needs to be stopped immediately.
Well, and you know what? You hit something on the head too there, Tyler. Because they're doing what they're doing, not only the NFL, but like UFC and shit, they're only making these pirate streaming websites more famous. You know, people don't go out and they're not going to go pay $400 for it when they can just look it up and in 10 minutes have it for free. You know, like, I know what they're trying to do, but in a way it's not going to work either. I mean, there's always loopholes, man. Always.
Mm-hmm. AM.
I got two things to say. I know there's a free section on Prime and there's a free section on Peacock. Why can't they just like have it on their service but have it free? I don't understand the part of having to pay for just to watch one single game.
It's all about the money.
But you only watch one game a week.
Doesn't matter. Money.
Doesn't matter.
Give me money.
But you get them on there. You get them on there anyway. If you didn't even have to pay, and you already have them on there.
Yeah, but you ain't paying. There you get no money.
Right.
They want more money.
They're making money from even watching free Prime and the free because they have ads even on that. So I know.
Yeah, but
they
can get even more money. Like, why would you just be satisfied with ads when you can have more money?
Look, the NFL's got to be careful.
They only made 18 billion last week or last year. They're trying to make 20 billion this year.
Yeah,
They
25.
did less than advertised last year, so they actually had to bump up the prices on all the streaming services. So yeah,
That's
My next thing is though, if that's the argument, then how come literally you can go right on over and watch a Premier League in Scotland, not even English Premier Football, a Scottish Premier game, making more money than the NFL, and literally you can watch a 90-minute game and not have one single commercial. So what are they doing right, and what is the NFL doing wrong?
that is an excellent question that I would love
Thank you.
to answer.
That was my second part. question.
So it's funny you bring in the commercials during actual football games.
That's what
And
this
yes,
is all
I will
about.
say
though.
that
They
because
grind
that is
and they're making
actual
money.
football.
It's all about commercials.
There-
That's how
some
they
people
make
think
money.
otherwise. So what they do to get around that is because there is no timeouts in football. It is 45 minutes straight, about 20 to 30-minute break in between, 45 minutes plus extra. But what they do is they will put on-screen ads. So sometimes how in the NFL when they do the replays, or even actually a better example for anyone who watches WWE, how they'll do matches, but they'll minimize it and have an ad playing at the same time on the screen, or they'll surround the border with an ad.
They do that with NASCAR too.
Soccer, aka football matches. So this way they still get ad revenue and they can keep up the pace of play. NFL doesn't have to do that because the rule set is extremely different than what they have for the other game. You have timeouts, there's injury timeouts, you have a lot of time for setup in between plays, kickoffs, all that stuff that purposely slows down the pace of play. And because of that, they take advantage by putting in commercial breaks in between each team's possession. After opening kickoff, each and every little thing, they have the chance to play their ads.
That's right. I know. I understand that part. But I'm going off the Prime and Peacock part, or why you have to pay for this for one game per week. And I know you're going to in halftime, and you guys are both going to say for more money, but you're already bringing them there, and you're giving them the ads. What you just now answered me for the answer, like how we can go to Scotland or watch a soccer game and watch a full night, and there might be a single commercial until halftime for the first 45 minutes. Not a single commercial, even when there's an injury. A timeout when the guy's down, he's holding his leg, and the guy hasn't even thrown up the yellow card yet. They don't even wait and go to commercial. They show the whole entire thing. Everything's shown. So that's why I'm saying I think they should just have it free with the Prime thing and the Peacock thing. I mean, it's only going to be a Thursday night football. I really don't see a point of paying for it.
Now, and my next argument against that has to do with that. Is that look at what happens with NFL on Nickelodeon. That's technically something you can watch for free on Nickelodeon, but look at the quality. You have to deal with shitty announcers, god-awful references, and goo. Goo everywhere.
I believe they call it slime. It's slime.
It's goo, and we all know what it is.
It's slime. I'm a cartoon expert, so slime.
But what it mainly does is the reason they put it on subscriptions and why they only want their subscribers to view it instead of just doing it for free is with the extra money to make the quality better for their version of the broadcast. Because they don't get the luxury of just being able to use everything you can get from Fox or CBS, all their technology. They have to do that themselves. And so for what this is, it's more of a cost thing where they also need to be able to essentially pay for everything they need to run their own broadcast.
So did this start with the television companies then for failure of these television services to provide aggregate viewing programs, movies, TV shows? Because I remember growing back up in the 90s, we had awesome movies all the time, whether you can call them reruns or not. There was always something to watch on TV. You can get on now Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's nothing to watch on any of those channels. You have to literally get their subscribing service now if you want to watch something worthwhile, because there's nothing on TV. There's no, and even I'm part of it. I canceled my cable TV. I don't pay for cable TV cable TV's terrible. I haven't had cable TV since 2015. Don't need it. I don't see there's no good TV on.
Well, I think that's the way.
On Netflix or pay $10 for Peacock and I can get better shows than what pay $140 a month for Cox Cable.
Streaming services are the way things are going, and everybody's going to have to live with apps within the next 5 years. And here's the problem. The NFL's got to be careful because Jerry Jones would love to be able to put out his own service to watch the games on a Cowboys whatever. You go back in the NFL, the Maras saved the NFL by making sure that everybody gets an equal cut of all the TV revenues. There are guys like Jerry Jones and the guy who owns the Rams that would love to go away from that. And if it does, the NFL is going to be killing itself because then it's going to be the haves and have-nots. It's the reason teams like Green Bay and Tennessee can compete because they've got the same money coming in and it's a once-a-week thing. But in the future, in the next 5 years, everything is going to be off an app, and cable is going to they'll change their business model to make sure that they can still bring in the money. I would love to be able to get rid of cable. Unfortunately, if I do, then I'm just going to have to pay more every month for the apps that I'm going to need.
You know it's bad when you're starting to pay more just to have apps than you ever would for cable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tone, how do you feel about this, man? I want to hear your take on the games exclusively on Prime and Peacock or Peacock.
Man, it sucks, man. It sucks, but like everybody done already stated, it's a money grab. It's all about the money. And the more it's like everybody got to get paid. So you're gonna have you got streaming services, people that's putting it together. Then all the next thing you know, it's another deal being made. It's like, I mean, just like the Sunday ticket, you get DirecTV. Somebody comes and offers them more money, you get YouTube. Next thing you know, YouTube, bam, now they got the Sunday ticket. So it's like they keep selling it off, and then it gets down to where you're stuck with having to go there to watch it, and I don't like Halftime said, or I think it was Halftime. Why should I have to go, or why should I have to? No, I think it was AK said that. Why am I paying to watch the games? Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like, cut it out, man. Cut it out. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Cable is just. I got rid of cable, man. I'm on YouTube TV now. And
there's a lot of good things about that, actually. That's what I get into.
Yeah. But the main thing, where the one part that you can't escape, is you need internet access.
Yeah.
So
but you're still gotta
get company or something.
The internet.
So all this stuff works off of internet. So you got to have internet access before anything.
I've been, and you brought up a good point, and I didn't even think about this. Sports wrap is, you're right. What's gonna be the negative effect of having all these streaming services? Let's say we'll go 10 years in the future from right now today. 10 years in the future. What's going to be the negative impact from having all these streaming services if you're just going to spread out the wealth like peanut butter on toast? Now all these, like you used to be to the cable company, and the cable company, like Sports Talk, what Dad said, and then they would separate it equally through each channel, through the conglomerate, whether it be Cox and Xfinity, Comcast, whatever your cable provider is. Now you're going to have Peacock. Well, I'll just charge $30 a month. Oh, okay, YouTube's going to charge $50 a month. Now you're going to have competition because, like you said, there's going to be, it's all about who's going to bring in the money, and we're not bringing enough money. We're going to find a way to bring in money. We'll just charge our current clients more money. And that's where I'm getting stuck right now because I don't have a PC. I'm renting a PC at Washington, D.C. called a Shadow PC. I started out paying $15 a month. And it got so much negativity. They dropped so many customers. The people that actually stayed and were loyal customers, they started making me charge $30 a month for a rented computer, dude. I'm paying $30 a month So I'm glad I got this PC in the background right now. I'll turn the camera on because I just got the mother. That's the motherboard. I am getting rid of Shadow PC next month because I can't afford $30 a month. If I did that 2 years ago when I first got Shadow PC, I would have had enough money to build a PC. It's the same thing going with all these channels. You're spending so much money. You could be saving so much for like, oh my God, like a 70-inch 4K smart TV. The new gaming console that you can't afford because you have to have TV to watch your favorite sports.
Yeah. And Cool Cat, how do you feel about this, man?
It's like, as much as I hate it, we all watch because we love football. We all watch it. We all spend our money on it. I mean, I'm watching NFL Game Day Morning on my laptop on the NFL Plus. Why? Because I love football. As much as I hate paying this much money on all these apps, we're doing it because we love football. I mean, if we didn't have football in our life, we wouldn't be watching it. So if there's you gotta blame the NFL, because if the NFL didn't exist, we wouldn't be paying all this money for our app on these apps for this stuff.
That's right. And I got a little hint I wanted to tell everybody that I had from a contracted Cox service cable technician come out. He didn't work for Cox. He was just like one of their contracted guys. They didn't have enough employees. He came out and he literally told me, he goes, dude, after 1 year, they're going to increase your service premium. It's never going to stay. It's in the contract that they can raise up your prices, whether it be $20, $100 after 1 year. And after a couple of years, it starts adding up to over $200. He goes, literally cancel it for 1 month and then come back and then have it come back and then redo a contract again. It'll be half of what you paid for. Because I noticed it also because when I moved from where I originally was to my new house, I was paying literally less than I am now. I included the telephone service, phone and cable, and I got a bunch of premium packages, and I was paying half the price than I was in my old location. So if you notice your bill and your Cox cable and you can somehow maybe cancel it and wait 1 month and get back, you'll literally save half the price on your cable bill.
Yeah. So for me, right, I do, like, me and my family, we do have Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff, but we have to stick with Xfinity because my dad needs it for work. He needs the fax, he needs the landline and stuff like that. So we have to get triple play. So I'm lucky that we can get the games, but I don't know. It's just like you got to wait for ads and stuff, commercials whenever I watch on these apps. And sometimes it kicks me out. Like it kicks me out when I'm trying to watch the game or WWE or something. I get kicked out. I got to restart everything. It's like, really? Just keep it on regular.
What my problem is when I'm trying to watch a college game on Thursday night or a basketball game or a baseball game or whatever, right? That's on the local TV, the local cable that I have. I can click through channels real quick. Now that it's Thursday night football, I have to go through Prime app and I have to load it up, and it takes for absolutely ever. It takes me 5 minutes just to get onto the game. So it's either I'm watching Thursday night football or forget it. I can't go back to my local cable and watch any other sports because it takes so long to go back and forth from literally the app to regular cable.
Yeah. And
it's ridiculous.
By the way, breaking news. It looks like Green Bay Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs is out.
Oh.
And it looks like the Tennessee Titans wide receiver Hopkins is playing.
Oh.
That means Doubs and Watson are out today.
So there's that. So with game 2 starting, or week 2, which game do you think will be the best game of the week? Let's start with AK on this one.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I forget who all's playing right now.
Yeah,
Can we do it? Save this question. Save this question for after Pick'ems. That way everyone knows what the games are, and then I honestly forget every single game so far.
Okay, I got it.
Good okay.
Point.
Can I just say the Vikings and the Eagles? No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
So we're actually going to do higher or lower. So I'm going to give you like a player or something if they're going to score some touchdowns, higher or lower. Easy. Travis Kelce, higher or lower than 2 touchdowns versus the Titans. So, AJ, let's start with you on this one.
Wait,
Well, I'm going to say higher because he's the only one on that offense that can catch. So,
All right. So, higher. Halftime. A-hole.
Higher. The same reason AJ said that. He's the only one who can catch. It's really messed up when your wide receivers can't catch a football. It's like, what the hell's going on here? You miss, was it 4 or 5 times that they were throwing to and they couldn't catch it?
Right.
Yeah, so.
All right. Tone, higher or lower 2 touchdowns for Kelce?
I'm going to go 2 touchdowns. I'm not going higher. I'm not going lower.
That's perfectly fine.
2 touchdowns a day for Travis Kelce. At least 75 to 100 yards receiving.
Yep. All right. AM, higher or lower for Travis Kelce? 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to go 1 TD because I think that the reason why I say this is I've seen injuries when people come back, they don't use them full force right away. Now, I know you're going to say it's Travis Kelce, he's a monster, he's a beast, but he's one of the most valuable players on that team. I think probably it could be 2. Could be 2, but definitely no more than 2. I'm gonna go 1 on this one. That's my take.
All right. Tyler.
I am going to say he will possibly get 2. He could even get a 3rd. For the 2 reasons being that is Patrick Mahomes' favorite target, and he's the only one who does not have Butterfingers before the game.
Oh my God. Tim.
I think coming back, he'll get 2 right on the nose.
2? Okay. Cool Cat.
And knowing they playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're going to try to stop Travis. So I'll say 1.
All right. And Cool Cat, I'm just going to stick with you. We're going to go Snake.
That might possibly, by the way, might be a rain game.
Yeah, you never know.
It's supposed to rain.
Ravens, higher or lower than 4 sacks versus the Bengals?
The Ravens do got a lot of injuries, so I'll say lower. They got a bunch of injuries, and this is Joey B, Joe, and Jamar Chase. So they ain't gonna lay down for nothing after that horrible game versus the Browns. They're gonna wake the bleep up, and they're gonna score some points. So Joey B and Jamar Chase gonna go all out on this defense. Lower. And besides, don't they got a bunch of injuries on the defense side of the ball for the Ravens?
yes.
That's
So
what
lower.
I figured
So lower.
the injured defense and the terrible offensive line for the Bengals. So, Tim.
I mean, sure. I'm sorry, Tim.
Go
Sure,
ahead.
they're going to get some. Sure, they're going to get some sacks, but not that much. It'll probably be at least 1 or 2.
All right. Tim.
As bad as the Bengals' offensive line is, I still think it's going to be lower because Joe Burrow is just that special. He's going to get around. He's got a huge chip on his shoulder after last week's debacle. So I think the Bengals are going to roll all over Baltimore.
All right. Tyler.
Here's my interesting take here. I do think he's going to get sacked 4 times, but I still see the Bengals coming out on top. Because it's just, I feel like the Bengals do not have a very good O-line. We saw that even back when they made that Super Bowl run, he was sacked a bunch that season alone. And with the Ravens defense, I could see them putting pressure and getting some sacks on him. But I still feel like he's going to step up, show that last year was a fluke, and he's still going to throw the ball with absolute precision, and we'll still get them the W.
All right. AM.
And so what? Baltimore right now has 5 sacks total for the season. Is that correct?
I think so, around there, yeah.
No, I think Burrow's, and one reason I think Burrow's smart enough. He'll either one throw it away or he's an escape artist, and most likely, I'll take the escape part out, and I'll just say he just knows when to throw a ball away when pressure's too hard on him. I think he's smart enough now, knows when to throw it and throw it straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Just like a Rodgers move or a Tom Brady move, just throw it, dig it right into their feet.
All right.
Saves himself and saves running for his life if he doesn't see anything. I do see him getting sacked though, but I don't see 4 times.
Tone.
Yeah, I think it's going to be lower. I think 3 sacks, man. I think they're going to play better. They did the same thing last year, had a horrible game, and came back, played better. It usually takes them a while, like at least 4 weeks. It seems like they kind of get rolling. Then they'll start playing a lot better. So, yeah, I'm going to go lower.
Halftime.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go lower. 4 sacks is a lot. So they'll probably get 2, maybe an interception. But right now, I'd just say they're going to get like 2 sacks, maybe 3 tops. There's no way they're getting. I don't think there's no way they're getting 4.
Okay.
Well, the one thing I know about the Bengals is they win because of Joe Burrow. And I will say that I don't think Joe Burrow will let what happened last week happen twice in a row. He's just not that kind of person. I think the Bengals would be just fine this week.
All right. I mean, the Titans did give up 7 sacks. I mean, the Bengals did give up 7 sacks and still won. So I'm like, anything is possible. So for this, I'm going 4.
Anything's possible.
Exactly 4. Exactly 4. All right. AK, you're starting off this one. Giants, higher or lower than 20 points versus the Cardinals?
Lower.
Lower.
Let me start next, Mitch. Lower. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I understand that Arizona is supposed to be dumpster fire and tanking for Caleb Williams. But the Arizona Cardinals weren't the ones that also put up a donut. I think they got 16 points. They also sacked Sam Howell 6 times. And Washington's O-line, I would say, is a little bit better than the New York Giants. So if Arizona can get to Sam Howell 6 times, they damn sure can get to DJ. So I don't think this is going to be as easy as what people think this game's going to be. So I think it's going to be lower than 20.
Halftime.
I think it's going to be higher than 20. I think when you throw up a goose egg, I think you're going to get trashed. They're going to yell at you, and they're going to be all over you through the whole week. And I think people are going to you're got to be held responsible. They're going to have to throw points on the board. So I have more than 20 points for the Giants.
Tone.
24 for the Giants. I say 24-17 going to be the score. I think it's going to be closer than people think. Giants will play better. But Arizona played hard last week, man. They didn't stink as bad as I thought they was going to stink, and that was even without old boy back there at quarterback. So, yeah, I think 24-17, man. Giants, I say over or higher.
All right. Man.
Me?
AM.
I got a little fact I just found out. This is kind of interesting. Do you remember last year the Philadelphia Eagles had to face the Cardinals at Arizona? And I made a stat saying that literally the Philadelphia Eagles have never won at the Cardinals Stadium at Arizona, their new stadium that they built there. Since I think 2001. I believe that. Apparently the Giants have not won at Arizona either since 2001, before they even had the stadium even there. This is a fact that little stat that I didn't even know about. So New York Giants haven't even won a game in Arizona with this new stadium ever. And they haven't beat Arizona since 2011. Even though the Giants do lead the series 80-46 with 2 ties. This is gonna be, I think this is going to be a very close game. I think this is going to be I'm going to have to say way lower than 20 points on this one. This is going to be a very close game. I don't know who's going to win this one. I'm going to actually go and say Arizona Cardinals win this one and pull it out. If the Giants do end up pulling this one out, it'll be their first win in the location of Phoenix, Arizona. So,
should I make a bet, man? Should I place that bet?
Hey, you know what?
That's why I look up these all-time statistics because there's
You might be on to something,
Rap, it's not just that, bro, but you also got to look deeper than that. One, they're playing with a rookie center. They've also changed out their guard from last week. They're coming in with a new regenerated offensive line from the people they had last year. I believe Thomas is injured right now with a hamstring.
Wow.
So that Giants offensive line is trash, dog. Arizona is going to stomp a mud hole in these dudes. I'm telling you, man. That O-line is not holding up. They're not.
And Cardinals made a pretty big statement last week against the Commanders because the Commanders had the lead, if I do remember, because I live in Virginia, so that's apparently the only NFL channel show that I get unless I literally find a stream on the internet to find another game or I go to a bar. So I am forced to watch the Commanders. Yes, I know sports raps. You know exactly what I'm talking about because you live there. So I had to be forced to watch it again because I'm on Blaze Radio's show, and he's like, "Why are you watching the Commanders?" I'm like, "Well, we're forced to do location." And I'm like, I literally told my whole family because I walked outside. I was like, if literally the Commanders lose to the Cardinals, my coworkers will never hear the end of me because they were already picking on me at the end of the year.
Will they have their left hand down? Will they have their left hand down?
Left hand down. Yeah, that's all that. But they ended up winning barely. It was 20-16. And so, but still, the fact that the Arizona Cardinals did take the lead in that game and almost won and beat the Commanders, I still little bit ragged on them this week. It was one of those things where they didn't talk about my Eagles and we didn't talk about the Commanders because week one with the Eagles was not so hot like the Vikings game, and the Commanders were not so hot like they should have been with the Cardinals. I told them, I was like, if you guys had lost that Cardinals game, you would have never heard the end of me for the rest of the season. I would have made fun of you. But I do believe, though, that the Cardinals do have a chance to beat the Giants this game, but the Giants do have a very possibility to beat the Cardinals. And might be their first time beat one in Arizona. What do you guys take? Sorry for talking.
All right,
it's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Tyler, who do you got?
See, this isn't just any game, guys. This is, as Yearning Tree has said, we are looking at the greatest Tank Bowl ever. This is going to be some of the sloppiest, almost college-level football we might see for the rest of the season. And I, for one, am here for it. And while I do think the Giants will score more than 20 points, I think they will still lose 24-21.
Okay. Tim.
The Giants are going to show up for this game. The Cardinals are doing anything they can to lose every game. So I think Giants are going to eke over that 20-point line, either 21 or 24-10.
Okay. Cool cat. Low. You said lower, right?
Yeah, I said lower. All right. The Giants. Look, let me say this. Then I'll pass it around. The Giants got blown the bleep out by the Dallas Cowboys, and now if they lose, I say lower because, come on now, the Arizona Cardinals. You saw what they did to the Washington Commanders. They put up a fight. If the Giants can't do anything today at 4:00, and by the way, I'll be live streaming all the NFC East games, State of the East special, so be on the lookout 4:00. If they can't win against the Arizona Cardinals without Kyler Murray or D-Hop or any of their players, the Giants better just wave the white flag and say no mas. No mas, because their season will officially be over before it even starts.
Oh, for sure, dude. If they lose this game, they go 0-5 to start the season. Because the next week it's the 49ers, and then after that it's Miami, and then after that it's the Bills.
Football, AK. That's
Yeah.
Thursday night football.
I know, and that's
In
what I'm
their
saying.
house.
man. So you got the 49ers, you got Miami and Buffalo after this game. You got to come out with at least one win, because if you come out 0-2 in this, you lose the next 3, you're 0-5, kiss it goodbye. It's done.
It's over if you lose to the Arizona Cardinals, but that's me.
So for
It's
me,
over.
So wait. So we're all going to end up having a problem today, apparently, because the Giants and the Cardinals are at 4, the Jets and the Cowboys are at 4, and the Commanders and the Broncos are at 4.
that's why I'm streaming.
And I want to watch all 3 of them at the
That's
same
why
time.
I'm streaming Red Zone at 4:00.
Oh,
I'm
that's
streaming I'm gonna stream the Cowboys one because I want to make fun of them if they lose to the Jets. The other 2, I'll probably watch Red Zone.
All right. So for me, I got lower. I feel like with the Giants, I just don't like the offensive line, and Daniel Jones is not going anywhere. I'm just saying.
It's a must win for the Giants. They lose this game. Turn out the light. The party's over. They did it
Dandy
all.
Don.
Things must end. Go ahead, Mitch.
Josh Allen, higher or lower than 3 interceptions against the Raiders? Cool.
He gotta. He gotta go higher because that game versus the Jets. We all watched it. I watched it on Birds of Broad Street. By the way, I saw my sister Mona at the tailgate on Thursday. Salute to my sis.
I saw that.
Yeah, we had ourselves a good time. She is not cursed. To all you haters out there in the back, salute to my sis. But yeah, he gotta have him. He gotta go higher because higher or low? No, he gotta go lower on the interception. My bad. I thought. Yeah, he gotta go lower on the interception because if he has another interception game against the Raiders, it is what it is.
All right. Tim.
So I said
Easy,
last week
I'm good.
that the Bills were not making the playoffs. I think Josh Allen's play proved that. He hasn't been the same since Strabel's been there. He just doesn't do his reads. He takes off of the ball all the time. I think he's going to throw up 3 this week. So I'll go with a higher.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Mitch Tone said he gotta go. Mitch.
Yeah, he already left. He bounced.
Yeah.
Tyler.
I think he throws lower, and while he definitely has an issue with the interceptions still to this day, I don't think it will be against the Raiders. I think when it's a more high-end defense that has better corners and safeties, I think that's when he'll have more issues with the interceptions. But against teams where it's mainly just pressure coming from the D-line like the Raiders have, I don't think he'll throw that many. I think maybe 1.
AM?
Well, I hope he doesn't throw 3 interceptions because he's my starting quarterback on fantasy. He better not throw 3 interceptions. It's going to kill me. No. Realistically, no. I don't. See, I think he'll learn from his mistakes and do better against the Raiders defense.
All right. Halftime.
Yeah, he better not throw more than 3 interceptions against the Raiders. If he does, then Buffalo is going to be 0-2. I don't have faith in the Raiders at all, but if he throws 3 interceptions, everybody might want to think about Josh
Especially
Allen.
with Jimmy G.
If Josh Allen would not be that high on the quarterback ranking, you got to drop him down because everybody has him really high, top 5 quarterbacks. So he might have to go down to 10 if he throws 3 interceptions against the Raiders.
Yep. AK.
I don't see it happening, man. I know he had a rough game last week. Josh Allen seems to have rough games every year, now and then. He's definitely got to cut that back. But I don't see him throwing more than 3 interceptions against the Raiders. Like Halftime said, if he does, there's an issue. Now, me and Adam talked about this last week. Seems like the ball has went downhill without Josh Allen, and Josh Allen's went downhill without the ball. So maybe there was a really good connection there that made them both very good. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna go lower. I mean, Josh Allen, yes, he had 3 interceptions and a fumble. I don't think he's gonna do it back to back. If he does, who's the backup quarterback for the Bills?
I don't know.
That's my point. Like, you better get his shit together because that's my point. All right, so here we go.
Kyle Allen is his backup.
Josh Allen and Kyle Allen.
The Allen brothers.
The Allen duo.
Hey
There's
guys,
no
I
backup
gotta
to
go.
that. It's
All
just
right.
him and Allen. Allen and Allen.
All right, halftime. Have a good one, bud.
All right,
Have a good one, halftime.
Get your picks in.
have fun with your poll.
God, Lord.
All right.
Have fun with your polls. There's something wrong with you, Mitch.
All right. Packers or the Falcons?
Give me the Packers. I'm gonna start. Give me the Packers.
All right. Let me get away this banner real quick. All right. Yeah.
I'm going to take the Packers and cross my fingers and hope the fact that they've got almost no weapons, that Love's going to be a miracle worker.
Okay. Tyler?
I will also be taking the Packers here. I just think that the Atlanta defense is not going to be able to contain Jordan Love this week, so I think they will be able to get that 2-0 start.
Okay. Am.
I'm Packers too. I already pre-picked Packers last week.
Okay. All right. AK?
Hold on, Mitch. Before AK go, according to Mark Holmes and whatever internet that you got, Brandon Cooks is out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here.
He's out for the
Go ahead, AK.
I gotta go with Green Bay, man. I've been on Jordan Love since the start of the season, and I gotta ride with it, man. Atlanta looks good, but they're still rebuilding, and they got a lot to do yet. So I'm still gonna go Green Bay. I know Watson's out, and I know Dobbs is out, but he looked good last week, so I'm gonna still roll with it.
For me, I got the Packers. I feel like Jordan Love. I think the Falcons defense is not that good in my opinion, so Jordan Love's going to exploit that. So for me, I got the Packers. Now for this, we're going to go Snake, so I got the Bills over the Raiders. AK?
Yeah, same.
Oh, you're not going Raiders this time.
No, I can't.
Bills.
Okay. AM for the AM. Yep. All right, Tyler.
I'm going to stick with the Bills on this one.
This should be a clean sweep, but
No,
oh, you're going Raiders?
taking the Raiders. Jimmy G, Devontae Adams, I'll light them up.
Okay. All right. Okay, so the next game, then we'll go back to further. Bengals and Ravens. Cool Cat, I'll start with you.
Joey B.
Okay. Tim.
Bengals.
All right. Tyler.
I'm going to have to stick with Cincinnati on this one. I even said earlier.
All right. AM.
You know me, Cincinnati Bengals for me.
And then what about the last game? You Bills, Raiders?
Oh, the Bills. Yeah.
Gotcha. AK.
I'm going with the Bengals on this one.
Yep. Bengals for me as well, but I still got the Ravens getting 4 sacks. The Lions at Seattle.
What is this for?
I mean, Seattle at Detroit. I got Detroit on this one. They got a good young team. Amon St. Brown, good wide receiver. Jared Goff could put up MVP caliber numbers. So I'm going Detroit.
That's so cool. Get a keychain.
What?
Sorry, I got a cool keychain.
All right, nice. AK?
I'm Oh, Lions, Seattle. Ooh. I'm gonna go Seattle on this one, man. You know, like I said, I think last week when you look at that game, at the end of the game there, Detroit's defense kind of was giving up some yardage there, and if Tony could have caught that ball, Kansas City would have won by 3. So, or no, 2 actually, I guess. I'm going to go Seattle here, man. They still got weapons on offense. Yeah, Geno looked like he kind of came back to earth last week, but I still believe in Seattle, so I'm going to go Seattle on this one.
All right. AM.
Definitely Detroit Lions. And it's at home in Detroit.
Yeah.
Go Detroit.
Yeah. Tyler.
I think this is going to be one of the upsets of the week, and I think Seahawks are going to take it. I think after what happened last week with that loss and how underperformed the Seattle Seahawks were on offense, I think they try and rebound against the Detroit Lions that might be caught lacking after a big win last week.
All right. Tim?
I'm going to take the Lions at home. I think they are still the class of the North for right now. So I'm taking them to take care of business against Seattle.
Cool Cat.
If y'all can hear me, I got the Detroit Lions here. They're at home. I'm not sold on Geno. So if I got to choose, I will choose the Detroit Lions.
Okay, so for the next one, we got the Chargers and the Titans. So, Cool Cat, you.
Give me the Chargers. The Chargers is going to beat the holy snot out of the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are not a good team. So give me the Chargers.
All right. Tim?
Chargers.
Okay. Tyler?
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
All right. AM?
Chargers for me.
Okay. AK, and then there's I put something in the private chat for you. So
yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers too.
yeah, I'm pretty self-explanatory. I mean, Hopkins is playing, so I don't know if that's like a make or break deal.
Would have had a bit of quarterback,
right? I mean, what are you talking about, Tyler? That's your favorite player.
I mean, oh yeah, no, but like top 32 quarterback in the league.
Coming from the guy who I beat in fantasy this week.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Here we go.
Well, just so you know, real quick, bud. 3 months ago, Jeff passed away, man.
Damn it!
That's where he is.
Yeah. All right. So for the next one,
And I miss you, Jeff.
yeah, we all do, man. We all do.
R.I.P. Jeff.
All right. So Buccaneers or Bears at the Buccaneers. I'm going Buccaneers. Justin Fields got to prove me otherwise, and I have him starting in 2 leagues. So I'm going Buccaneers on this one. AK?
Glad to see you finally came to the dark side.
What?
Yeah. I told Bucks last week. You didn't believe me. I told you. No, dude, Baker, he looked just efficient in this offense, and he should still be able to do his job efficiently today and pull this win out. So I'm going Bucks here as well.
AM?
I'm going Buccaneers too on this one. It's a home field for them.
Tyler?
I think I'm going to go with Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take Chicago here because Baker Mayfield is always a little bit flip-floppy for me. And it's usually when he gets the most overconfidence when he starts to make the most mistakes. And with the way he talked last week, I'm not sure how well he's going to go into this game.
All right, Tim?
Bears are a bad team. And because of that, I think the Buccaneers will take care of business.
All right. Cool Cat?
As I really don't want to choose the Bucks, but because the Bears are not a good team, I got no choice. And the fact that I'll be watching them closely as well because we do play them next Monday in a doubleheader. So, damn it to hell. Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool Cat. Chiefs, Jags.
Ooh. Give me. I got Patrick Mahomes in my fantasy, but I don't really like their team after what they did last. Give me the prince that was promised. Hate Nick Wright. Give me the Jags.
All right, Tim.
The Jags are the team that I think is going to make it to the AFC Championship game, even though they're playing a lousy stadium and they need to move. I think the Jags are going to take care of business against the Chiefs in a big upset.
All right, Tyler.
So it's real difficult for me because on one hand they got Patrick Mahomes and a now returning from injury Travis Kelce and a decent running back core, but that's it. And then Trevor Lawrence has been looking pretty decent. No, give me the Jags as well. So I'm not, because I think what they're going to do is they're going to focus more on Travis Kelce and let the receivers shoot themselves in the foot.
Okay. AM.
I'm gonna have to just give it to the Chiefs on this one. Kelsey's coming back. They're full, almost not fully, but way better of a weaponized offensive team than the Jacksonville Jaguars. They do have home field advantage, and it might rain, so who knows? But I'm still going with Kansas City Chiefs.
AK.
Well, let me tell you a little story here real fast. So last week I went with Kansas City.
It's story time with AK, baby.
This is a short story. I went against the grain last week on Thursday. I told you guys, why the fuck do you do this to me? I told you guys that the Lions were going to be a threat this offseason. I said I really like how they built their team, but I still went against them. And boy, did I get payback for that in my pick'ems. I should have went with them, and that's my mistake. I will not do it because I told you guys these guys are going to meet us in the Super Bowl. It's going to be a Dougie P versus Nick. I'm not going against the grain this week. Jacksonville with the upset.
All right. I got the Chiefs. Chris Jones is back. He's a difference maker in that defense. So on that note, and Travis Kelce is going to open the field a lot more for the wide receivers if they can catch the damn ball. But other than that, I still got the Chiefs. They got to catch the ball first. Hold on. Why am I clicking the wrong button? There we go. Colts and Texans. Oh, God. I picked the Texans here. I'm going for the upset.
Can I start first, Mitch? Because I don't like both teams, but I really do miss Frank Wright so bad. Give me the Colts.
Oh yeah, I have a hot take that the Colts will only win 2 games this year. That's why I'm going with the Texans. AK.
Man, this is almost as shitty as Arizona, New York. Man, see, this is where my pick'ems get screwed this week, because on one hand, I sit here and I look at the Houston Texans and I like their head coach, but you know what? They are rebuilding. And then you look at the Colts; they're the same exact freaking way. I'm going to go with Indianapolis here, man. They did look good last week. Richardson threw a lot of picks in that game, but he's raw. He's very talented. I don't know. Something's just telling me to go with Indy. Maybe it's because Steichen's there, and I know he runs a good offensive scheme, and he puts his players in good position. I got to go with Indy, man. I hope I'm not wrong.
All right. AM.
I'm going with the Colts on this one. You know, both teams are pretty terrible here. God, dude, AK does bring up a good point. Texas could bring this with that home field advantage. Let me do something real quick if you don't mind.
As I am doing that, Tyler.
I'm going to go with the Texans as well. I just don't really think both teams are going to have too much to offer.
Copycat.
I feel like hometown advantage is what's going to get the Texans the W here.
AM, you good now? Or
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna have to go with the Colts.
All right. Tim.
In the battle of who cares, I'll take Indianapolis.
Yeah. All right. So for the next one, Kuka, to start with you. Niners and Rams.
Rams. I don't like the 49ers. Give me the Rams.
Okay. Tim.
I do like the 49ers. I think Purdy showed something last week. I'm taking the Niners in a big win.
Tyler.
I'm also going to go with the 49ers.
I don't know why y'all doing that. I can't.
All right. AM.
Yeah, I'll have to go 49ers.
AK?
4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Listen, man, I understand that Matthew Stafford balled out last week, and he had a fabulous game. 2 wide receivers over 100 yards, and no one knows who the fuck they are. Okay, I understand that. I just don't know if he can do it twice in a week. I would love to sit here and say the Rams with an upset, and the normal me, if I wasn't going 10 for 10, would sit here and say that normally just because I could get lucky. But I got to go with the Niners on this one. But if I'm wrong and they win, I'm going to be pissed.
I got the 49ers. Self-explanatory. I got the Cardinals against the Giants. Like I said before, AK.
Yeah, man. I'm going to roll with the Cardinals on this one, too. I know a lot of people say, they're tanking, but, a team that played last week did not look like they were a team that was tanking. They were trying to win that game. They just, came up short because their QB's Josh Dobbs. And they have no talent over there for the most part. But neither does the New York Giants. You stop Saquon and you stop Waller, you can win this game. That's just the question. Do they have enough talent to stop both of those people? We'll see. But I like Arizona's chances in this one.
All right. AM.
I wonder what I picked. 84% of the countries. I probably picked the Giants, but I'm having a feeling it's going to be the Cardinals now. This is going to be that upset of the game that no one expects. And
I think a lot of us are expecting this.
And literally, if the Giants lose this game, I will make fun of them for the rest of the season. Jonathan,
you won't have to. Their season will be over if they lose this game. You don't need to make fun.
AM, we've been making fun of them for losing 40-0.
I've been making fun of them since 2012.
So,
literally.
Bro, I told you this shitty season was coming fucking 5 months ago. No one wanted to believe me then. Maybe after they lose this game, people will start
every single season I give the Giants credit, but this, I 5 years, fooled me wrong. No more. Cardinals.
All right, Tyler.
I'm also going to go with the Cardinals here. I said earlier, I don't see how the Giants are going to win this.
Tim.
There's a reason you should never trust anybody I pick, but I am going to take the Giants.
That means Arizona's winning. I'm okay with
Probably.
that. I'm okay with that. Thank you.
I'm a guaranteed Vegas. If I pick it, go the opposite, you're going to do well.
I respect that, though.
Okay.
RIP to the New York Giants. Arizona Cardinals will win.
Okay. Cowboys and Jets. Cool cat.
Say it.
Jets.
Say it.
Jets. Jets.
Is anybody taking the Jets?
Jets, Jets.
That was the opposite thing I meant by say it, but okay.
What, you want me to say the other team? Hell no. I want them to go 0-17 every year. So no.
Alright,
Jets.
Tim.
Cowboys. Pig.
Yep. Tyler.
I'm gonna have to take the Cowboys. I know we don't want to say it, but it's the correct answer.
And
I'm going. I hate to say this. It's probably going to be the Cowboys. They don't got Aaron Rodgers.
This should have been such a good game.
It would have been. I would have literally gone with Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers stayed. Even if he had lost last week, I would have totally gone Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but if a dog eats a tree, he'll shit a canoe. You just can't trust if.
Right.
AK.
Listen, man, I don't support the Eagle anymore on my YouTube channel, but I am still an Eagle fan. So I'm going to be as realistic as possible right here. The Jets, Zach Wilson is about to become Daniel Jones. Okay? Like, let's be honest. This offensive line is atrocious. It is just as bad as the New York Giants line. Micah Parsons in this defensive front is going to have a heyday with Zach Wilson, man. I can't be biased in any way whatsoever. It's going to
All right. Let me change my pick. I'm going to change my pick.
yeah, man. I can't
change my pick. I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to choose the cat. I'm going to choose the cat. Cowboys.
I'm not live on my channel, Butterfly, but thank you for stopping in. We got a Cowboys train in here. And Eric, how's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by.
Mix, I'm choosing the Cowboys. Yeah.
Wait, you're choosing? Oh, okay.
Hey, he should be in here part of the show. It's been a year, man. Come on, pop in.
All right.
Make me not throw up too, so I'm gonna choose the Cowboys as well.
He already missed his Raiders pick.
Pretty self-explanatory. Broncos, Commanders. I'm going Broncos. Jerry Judy's playing.
Made me want to throw up saying that. I'm gonna start with this one. I'm
I
gonna
know,
choose the Broncos.
we just made history getting him to say Cowboys,
I'm gonna clip it.
right?
Mitch!
Get him!
Mitch!
That was
Yeah.
all ploy, cool cat. You fallen into the trap.
Oh
Maybe
man,
want to throw up saying it, but yeah, I got the Broncos.
you know,
Made me
man,
throw up want to say it. Ugh.
I got Broncos too.
I would love to give this to Washington. I really would, just because I don't think the Broncos are going to win many games this year. But I got to go Broncos here. Just when I look at Sam Howell versus Russell Wilson and the two head coaches, that's really all that's going to probably define this game. I got to go with the experience on this one, man. So I'll go Denver. Not that I want to, but I will.
All right. AM.
Broncos for me. Go Russell Wilson.
Okay. Tyler.
I'm gonna give it to the Commanders and Sam Howell.
You think one of okay. You think one to be the only Tim, who you going with?
You know, I've never seen a team where the coach just dislikes his quarterback personally as intensely as Peyton seems to dislike Russell Wilson. That being said, I don't think Washington goes into Denver and wins. So, holding my nose, I'm taking Denver.
Of course, Tyler wanted to go Commanders.
Shit, now because he picked Denver, I want to go Washington.
I told you.
No, I'm staying
I'll be
Denver.
the
I'm
only
staying.
one who's right.
No, I'll stay Denver.
Hey, Tyler, you may be right, but I beat you last week. Dolphins and the Patriots. We'll start with Cool Cat on this one.
You're gonna, as much as Bill Belichick is a smart genius, he talking Tyreek Hill, Waddle. You got some good players on the Dolphins team, man. it might be Philadelphia Dolphins in the Super Bowl if they keep this up. So I'm gonna choose the Dolphins.
Okay, Tim.
I think the Dolphins, as long as Tua stays healthy, they're going to go on the road and win.
Okay, Tyler.
I'm going to give it to 2 in the Miami Dolphins, but I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people think.
All right, AM.
I'm going also Dolphins on this one.
Okay, AK.
You know, man, I'm kind of with Tyler on this one. I'm going Miami as well, but Mac Jones did not look bad last weekend, man. He really didn't. The offense didn't look bad. The defense is really good. I mean, it's a Bill Belichick defense. They're always going to look good, but I just think Miami has just a tiny bit more power, you know, especially in the wide receiver position with Waddle and Hill. So it's going to be a good game, though, for sure.
I got the Dolphins. Tua is arguably the MVP of the league right now. Him and Tyreek Hill are 1 and 2. So I got the Dolphins, and Waddle will waddle away. But other than that, I got the Saints and the Panthers. I'll start off with this one. I got the Saints. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty certain Michael Thomas was just sitting out because he knew he had shitty quarterbacks. He looked pretty decent last week. You know, I do like what Carolina has going on for them. You know, Frank Wright is a good coach, but they still got a ways to go. So I'm going to say Saints on this one.
All right, AM.
Yeah, I picked Saints on this one. Saints should have the victory for this pretty easily.
Tyler?
As funny as it would be for me to say the Panthers, like, that would be incredibly funny. But I just don't think they have the firepower to match with the Saints.
Okay. Tim?
Saints.
Cool get?
Jalen Hurts, kids.
All right. Browns and the Steelers. Cool get.
I got the Browns in this one. I'll be right back, y'all.
You're good. You're good. Tim?
I got the Browns. Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh's going to bounce back, and I'm going to, by the shortest of margins, take Pittsburgh.
Okay. Tyler? I think I know who you're going with.
I'm going to go with the Browns.
There you go. I knew it. And
There's the reason why I turned their defense this week. I learned my lesson from last week.
And I'm shocked. The Steelers are your second favorite team. I'm shocked.
Don't you ever say that garbage to me again.
He went to school in Pittsburgh, so he was surrounded
I despise Steeler fans, man.
All right, AM.
Man, it's a Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to have to go the Browns, sadly.
AK?
Yeah, man. Listen. The Browns right now have a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator in Jim Schwartz, and we all know what Jim does. And that defensive line looked disgusting last week against the Bengals. I mean, Garrett, everyone, dude, they were just collapsing. He brings a whole different energy to that defense.
AK?
Yeah, I'm here.
But his mic went out.
You were talking, then your microphone went out. Who are you going with?
Oh, I'm going with Cleveland on this.
I'm going with Cleveland. This is for you. All right. With all the games being picked for the pick'ems, let's go to that previous question. Which game do you think would be the best game out of week 2? AK, let's start with you on this.
No, go the other way.
Go the other way? Okay. Tyler.
I think it's going to be Miami and the Patriots.
Oh wow!
Like I said before, I think that game's going to be a lot closer than what people think, and I could see that really being a true back and forth battle.
But really quick, Tyler, I have to ask: what if the Titans played the Steelers? Who would you pick?
I mean, the Steelers.
Oh wow! Okay. All right, Tim.
I think that's going to be a great game. I'm going to go with. I'm going between two, either the Jags game or the. I'm going to go with the Raiders and Bills. I think it's going to be a great game.
Okay. Cool cat. You're going with the Cowboys game?
No, I'm going with the. And you're gonna make me throw up again, Mitch. You better stop playing with me. I'm going. I'm going. See, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs and Jaguars. The prince that was promised versus the king. So to beat the man, you gotta beat the man, Trevor Lawrence has an opportunity to beat the man, which is Patrick Mahomes. And if the Jaguars can get this win, and by looking at their schedule, they have a real chance of getting the number 1 seed. So this is a big game for them if they want that number 1 seed.
All right. AM.
I have 2 in mind. I'm gonna just do a 1 o'clock and a 4 o'clock for you guys. I'm gonna do Ravens versus the Bengals.
only get one.
Oh, you got one now?
Huh?
No, I said he only gets one.
No, you only get one. Okay, then I'm going Giants versus the Arizona Cardinals because that's the biggest
The
game. For both.
true greatest game.
Oh,
All right.
threw up in my mouth.
It got silent at the perfect time for Tim. That was great. I'm going to go with the 49ers and the Rams game, man. Like I said earlier, I really think, I don't know what to really truly think of the Rams. Like, they did look good last week, but was it a fluke? I don't know. So I think that's going to be a good game, man, especially if they come out looking like they did last week. The 49ers might have a good game on their hand.
For me, I'm stuck between 3, but I'm going with the Chiefs and the Jaguars. I want to see the Chiefs, if they can bounce back, how the offense is going to look, how the defense is going to look. And then with Jaguars, man, with I was going to say Travis Kelce. With Trevor Lawrence, how is he going to do? People have him up there with MVP, as MVP right now. So, yeah. And that's it, guys. That's the Sunday Morning Show for week 2. If you guys have any final thoughts about the games today or Monday night's game, let me know. Whoever wants to go.
I'll give you a take off our game.
Go for it.
I better never see another fucking halfback touch the ball except for DeAndre Swift unless he's taking a breather.
Right?
I better not
think
see,
about that.
I better not see Gainwell come back in and be my halfback 1, and I better not see anyone else be on that field except for Swift unless that man is out of breath. Other than that, we straight.
I could go next for this one. It's the same thing for our game. To Eagles Nation, Eagles everywhere, y'all gotta calm the heck down. We're 2-0. I got my AJ Brown, Jalen freaking Hurts t-shirt on. They're best friends. They're besties. They're ride or die brother in arms. Jalen Hurts is the godfather of AJ Brown's daughter. Will y'all calm down? You're 2-0. You could be worse. You could be the New York Giants who got blown out. 0-40. Be thankful that you're in the if we're going down, let this team go down fight. Okay? Let them go down fight. And they're 2-0. Well, what do you want them to be? The New York Giants who got blown out? Well, it's like, okay. The Philadelphia Eagles, and I said this in my video, the Philadelphia Eagles being 2-0 is like going on a date. Will it be pretty? No. Will it be sloppy moments? Yes. But if you get the number, if you go on another date, or option C, then you won. You got the number. You're 2-0. You're going on another date, the Buccaneers. And you did option C. You're 2-0, Eagles Nation. Be happy.
All right, I'll go next here. Yeah, so Eagles Nation completely freaked the fuck out. Okay, it is time to hit the panic button. Everyone needs to be on your toes, ears to the ground, all around the locker room, see what's truly going on. The entire locker room is in flames. Everybody hates everyone. Jason Kelsey's going to the Chiefs. It's mass hysteria.
This is coming from the guy that's a diehard Steelers fan.
All right, you.
Hey,
Tyler, don't tell him that. I just told him about the. Go ahead, somebody. Y'all get on my
look who's back. Titus.
Titus.
What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today, man?
Good.
We're doing good. We're doing
Big Titus O'Neil.
Big healthy Ben Chili Bowl.
There you
Making
go,
moves,
man.
making moves, making $1 million moves.
Hey, that's the goal. That's the goal, man. Glad to be back, man. Took a little vacay from everything, just getting married and all that. But we back in action, man. Back at it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, yo. Thank you so much.
Yep. So give me your take about your Commanders game today.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, we all know that Russell Wilson was the first confirmed alien in the United States. That man is not that's not a person back there. I don't know what's going on with him. But that's not the Russ that I grew up with and know at that point. He's just a guy who is just, I don't know, man. I don't know what Russ is up to. But that ain't my concern today, bro. My Commanders coming into town, but a mile high. I definitely got the prediction today that we'll probably be looking at a very, very low scoring game. If anybody gets above 25, that'll be amazing. My final prediction for this game is going to be a 24-16 type of win. Not really glorious, but just 2-0, man. Trying to chalk one up on the win side. That's it.
You almost lost to the Cardinals.
Hey. Let me know if that win column has pictures. Okay. It is just wins and losses. That's all that matters. It is wins and losses. And that's a win.
Can you imagine? Let's say that you guys actually lost to the Cardinals, and then let's say the Giants are actually going to lose to the Cardinals today.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine if that happened?
If the Cardinals are 2-0 with Josh Downs right now, that'd be wild. I would take every and I'll also take it like every over on them. Whatever it is, take the over. Well, how y'all feeling about last night, by the way, man? That was a
game.
win.
Like you said, a win is a win.
Hey, man, Colorado did their thing, and that's why I feel that my Commanders are going to do their thing, because we coming with that blessing from Dion to Colorado to put the stomp on them, man. I really don't see Denver being that great of a team. I don't see it being bad. Again, NFL is really hard to tank. Really hard to tank in NFL. But I don't see them being bad, but I don't see them being that above average team that they once were. I don't know, like 10 years ago when they had Peyton. Jeez. Yeah.
Yep. And by the way, really quick, Thomas, we need to get a show with you and Big Simple.
Man, we gotta do it.
we gotta do it. And that would be hilarious. Colorado, Deion Sanders, he made me look at college football in a whole different way. That's facts. That is facts. But give me a hot take, Thomas, for one of the games today, besides your team.
All right. Y'all want a hot take today, man?
Go for it.
Give it to us. I want to hear this.
Chiefs going on too.
Ooh.
Chiefs going on too, man.
Okay, that's against the Jags.
I really see the Jags are not somebody to be stepped over. They're not the Jags of David Garrard and all them. Like, no. This is the new, like, these Jags are poised to win. They fight tough. They're not getting blown out anymore. They're not the laughingstock in the NFL. They have a number one overall quarterback who's proven himself now, who's getting better year by year, has a solid coach. Okay, has a solid coach that took y'all to the Super Bowl, and now he won his revenge. He going back again. I'm telling you, man, Trevor Lawrence nothing to be played with. Etienne is nothing to be played with, man. And on top of that, you go ahead and get a receiver down there who might have had a gambling problem. Who knows? We don't know. He was at his off time. You can't gamble in your off time in the NFL. That's crazy. But nonetheless, Go ahead and get Ridley. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. They solid. They solid, man. They're nothing to be played with. Jack's nothing to be played with, man.
Travis Hunter's out for at least a couple weeks. Oh wow.
Yeah. The guy who hit him should have been thrown out for targeting.
Yeah, that was a bad hit last night, man. I remember watching the OSU Alabama 2 years ago when Justin Field was there 2 or 3 years ago. And like there's like a targeting play where
Hey Mitch, I gotta get going. I gotta charge my phone.
Appreciate it, cool cat. I'll talk to you
No
later.
problem.
Oh,
Jalen
man, we good,
freaking
bro.
hurts.
See you tomorrow.
And yeah, and like I was like, yo, that's a crazy targeting call. Why would they call that? Then last night, a clear target, like you talking about this clear as day. I wanna hurt you. Like, hey, bro, like you're gonna know that we coming for you. And the ref looks at him and just gives him 15. Don't throw the player out. Just gives him 15.
Yeah,
crazy.
Hey, well, that's it, man. We're here for football.
Football. Woo!
I'm glad you're back, man. I'm glad you're back.
Thank y'all, man. So happy to be
Hey,
here.
everybody.
Have a good one.
Yeah, make sure you hit the guys. We're about to close out. Make sure you subscribe to Tymus. His content's coming back up. Subscribe to everybody in Hardcore Sports Network. And yeah, guys, we are out. Everyone have a good one.
Hey, y'all. Peace.
Go Birds.
Have a good one.